It's Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling's Grand Princess 2025. And if you're not ready saying hi to Sayori Namba, what are you doing? Say hi already.
Konnichiwa!
This is Sayori Namba's last major TJPW event, people. So go ahead and cry. I, of course, refuse to believe it. I didn't hear nothing. La 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 la. Oh, it's the Up Girls. The Up Girls, people. You need the idol pop to inject it into your veins. Look, J-Idol Pop is not my thing, honestly, but Upper Kick gets to you until you have to hear it before every show. That little dance is just addicting. It's an earworm and it makes you happy. Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling's Grand Princess has a stacked epic latter half based on personal, emotional relationship, including the main event, a one-sided love story of limerence, aka ever like a girl and she don't like you back? Well, the main event is for you. But first, the undercard. We have the team of Shino Suzuki and Himurari. Oh, look at them hop. They know. Shino Suzuki is someone I like. She has the face of a protagonist, a former attendee for a tour bus, and a pretty, plucky smile. And Himurari does this with her hair. And look at all them streamers. They are facing Mifu Ashida, who's a cheerleader.
I'm a cheerleader.
And does cheerleader stuff like... But she's better than Kirsten Dunst. She's Mifu Ashida. And of course, Yoshiko Asigawa, aka Yappy. Her name is Yappy. Yappy started in Actress Girls and has been freelance since then, but wrestling with TJPW in recent events. She is my age too, so I'm 100% on her side. Or at least I was on her side, because, you know, while writing this, I'd learned that Yappy will be retiring soon. So, well, damn, I just discovered it! Mifu Ashida is very athletic and does cinema like... She's only a year into her career, but has the confidence of someone performing for longer. Shino Suzuki showed lots of passion and fire as always and is continuously growing in power. Her expressions and her underdog spirit make her a natural babyface to root for. And Himurari has hair. Himurari requires no deeper analysis, people. She's Himurari. Yappy won the match by destroying Shino Suzuki with a Meteora. I only just discovered Yappy because of Tokyo Joshi, and now she's graduating. Much luck, though. Match 2 was an 8-woman tag team match. Team Kayatora Bami is here with her dope theme song. I'll play a bit.
You're listening to the jazzy bass of Kaya Toribami's entrance theme.
The cassowary kid has been left in charge of the rookies. We got Uda Takami high on ice cream with Chika Nanase and the Australian Kira Summer. They are taking on the team of Mahito, her cat, the British exchange student, and her Elden Ring mimic tier, Kakuru Sekiguchi. Mahito watched the Bella Twin matches and learned about twin magic. Oh, Uta can't tell the difference between them. It's like...
I'm seeing double here. 4 crusties!
And oh, now they're both apologizing for looking like...
Mahiro.
Okay, people, listen to Uda's growl here.
The lock is...
Uda is super new at this wrestling thing, but look at how quick and mousy she is. Kira Summer collided with Ivy Steele in the Battle of Colonization. England wins, of course. And the cassowary's time was very brief, but filled with non-stop action because Kaya Toribami is very much ready to move further up the card with bigger matches. She needs to be facing Aja Kong or Ryu Mizunami already. She did have a brief scare from me when she landed on her head and kind of seemed out of it. Kind of gave herself a German suplex on the apron, but seemed fine afterwards. Oh, and Chika does a big elbow drop as her thing, which is cute. Mahito earned the victory with an Arn Anderson spine buster, or as JR says, spine on the pine, which is a cute moment for Mahito to have on a big stage. By the way, Mahito has not lost a singles match since 2023. Now, she's only had 8 of them, but she could legit challenge for the Princess of Princess title and would have an actual argument for it. Go, Mahito, go! Speaking of boss matches, here's Max the Impaler, who just finished killing in the wastelands of Australia where Kira Summer is from, and Tom Hardy gave Max a nod like... There's one thing that I love is a giant monster-killing Joshis. Who will be Max's prize? Oh, it's Mocha Miyamoto. Poor Mocha has been sacrificed by the real TK. According to Mr. Haku, Mocha plays a traditional Japanese woman in society. The bow and the simple outfit. She's just a nice girl who knows karate. However, I personally do not think this character fits Mocha. I think deep down inside, Mocha Miyamoto is screaming to be an action hero, you know, an ass kicker inside of Mocha waiting to Falcon Punch her way out. This match is essentially just an action scene, like the first time the hero meets the antagonist like Doomsday. Mocha gets your ass kicked. It's completely destroyed. So she had her fiery moments to injure Max's arm, so they had to use their other arm to decapitate Mocha. The match ended right before I was about to pick up. Max kills Mocha and then takes her bow as a souvenir. If I was Mocha, I wouldn't put the bow back on. And now Max is matching the vibe. Aw. Fourth match was a 6-woman tag team match with leader Yuki Aino with a cute outfit. I love this outfit. She looks great. She is guiding rookies Toga, 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 and the high school student Haru Kazushiro. They are facing the team of the boss and the living legend Aja Kong, along with Yuki Kamafuku and Wakana.
What a gorgeous team.
I agree, Mr. Haku. Wakana in her Kirby stomach dressed in her sparkly gear is super pretty. Let me hear your Wakana's, people. Do it, Mr. Haku.
Wakana!
No, it's Wakana! And of course, the ever beautiful, beautiful, bold and pretty and beautiful Kamiyu and... Sorry, I'm gooning. It's another showcase for everyone, people. Wakana continues to get better and stronger, looking more like a star every day. Beautiful work by Wakana. Toga is just waiting to be a powerhouse tank, and Haru Kazushiro is the future of Joshi with an innate ability, almost like an honor student, even getting bullied. Oh, mean Kamiyu is best Kamiyu. Like, oh. But it's super solid as always. This is a gorgeous vertical suplex. While Aja Kong roar! Aja Kong's role in TJPW is basically the skill check boss. Aja's choice this time around was Haru Kazushiro, but also Toga's forearms. How much can you hurt Aja Kong? There goes Toga. Go Toga! 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 Oh. Both of the rookies, and there we go. Yuki Aino had her moment to face Aja as well, landing a Venus DDT, but no way she's gonna hit the UBV. She was in control and made the tag to Kazushiro to show off some of her moves, like her submission literally called, "I'm gonna pull your arm out of your socket," armbar. Eat your heart out, Zack Sabre Jr. Wakana ended up busting out her new move, the banana pillow. Because Wakana banana, I just love it. Haru Kazushiro escapes though and has such first-year fire. That's quite awesome to see where she'll be in a couple years. But Wakana is such a star. She locks in another banana pillow for the win. This wasn't an Aja Kong destroys another Joshi victory that we typically get. This was a Wakana getting the victory. Big moment for Wakana Urihara. Next was a set-up All-Asian Women's Championship match with champion Palm Harajuku facing... Oh, it's Raku. Raku, people. God is here to sleep. Let her sleep, people. Let her sleep. For an eternity will pass by the time our God awakes. And oh, where's Raku? Oh, where'd she go, Palmu? Oh, Palmu wins by default. Oh no, there's Raku stalking Palm like Batman. And wah! Jump scare Raku. So scary. And not the train. Oh, Palm is awake. Oh, hi, oh, Palm. Not the sleeping song. Raku's Jigglypuff and Palm is a Pokemon. This is a Pokemon battle. More Jigglypuff, but Palm Harajuku with the Thai version of Red Bull, the OG version. And she drinks 2 of them. 2? Which brings us to this episode's sponsor. Do you like being an internally crack-addicted monster high on artificial energy and sugar? Drink Red Bull. I used to drink one every day, along with coffee, and I typically will have a blue Red Bull during film production. Drink Red Bull. It gives you wings. Just use the code Meerkat needs to be sponsored already and yell at Red Bull people to sponsor this Meerkat. No. But where did Raku go? She's gone. Oh, there she is. Get her, Palmu. Hardcore Palmu.
This just looks like a 3-year-old pajama party so far.
Look at this face right here. This is serious champion King's Road, Palmu. You can't beat this, Palmu. Palm to Justice misses, and Raku with a literal roll-up. And the choke by Raku, but Palmu fighting out and hits the palm to Justice, but she's too out of it. Oh no. This is the part of the match where they have to start igniting their fighting spirit, and they do. A shin kick and a brain chop, a shin kick and a brain chop, and oh, they're shinning, and now they're chopping. Fighting Spirit Palm with the P attack, but the sling blade by Raku into the Dr. Yellow, and Raku with the sweet, surprising victory. And oh, congrats, Raku. This is so significant. While Raku has already won the Iron Metal Heavy Metal thingy, this is Raku's first championship win, and she wins it off Palm. How special. The god in the yellow dress is champion. Just how life should be. Next was a super special singles match. Miyu Watanabe versus Willow Nightingale, and all the faces of Miyu, of course. And she's adorbs. And so is the next woman. Willow Nightingale is a bubbly, awesome, fierce, amazing, adorable, and powerful woman. So much fun. She is absolutely infectious with bright vibes, immediately fitting right into Tokyo Joshi. These two were supposed to have this match 3 years ago, but are far, far stronger opponents now. And look at them.
Look at the physique. Commending each other on their muscle mass.
This was a wonderful match for Miyu to have. I just wish AEW promoted it. The biggest benefactor of the match is very much Miyu, and she deserves it. Miyu Watanabe doesn't face wrestlers stronger than her often, and her faces were expressing this story, as Miyu would get put down, but she continues to rise and fight. Miyu's faces are so good that you can do a montage of just her faces and see the confidence slowly build into that sicko Miyu mode that we all love, where she feels like swinging her opponents around and around and creating her own universe. It was shorter than I would have liked, but it was clearly leaving room for more. Hopefully they run this back because they can very much have an epic banger. Willow played the powerhouse very well and was tossing Miyu around in ways that she's not used to. Miyu nearly landed a teardrop but suffered from the pounce. And look at Miyu's dead face. The Dr. Bomb ends Miyu Watanabe and it's perfectly delivered. Clearly, more in the tank for both, and I hope to see it. TKs, do it, TKs. Speaking of boss match, it doesn't get any more of a boss than this next one. Yuki Arai is graduating from SKE48 and becoming a full-time wrestler in TJPW. Her reward is that she gets to face the final boss of Joshi. Let me tell you a story. When I turned my bestie back into a wrestling fan by showing him Alexa Bliss and Ricochet, we eventually watched the Mae Young Classic, and he happened to remember Meiko Satomura from her one Monday Night Nitro appearance. We both quickly dubbed her the final boss. This was before I made my own dive into Joshi, and not even aware of the absolute legacy Meiko had, and that she was already considered to be the final boss. Meiko Satomura is on her epic retirement tour in her last TJPW match, and Yuki Arai was chosen to face her. That's how much investment there is in Yuki Arai, and rightfully so. This match was amazing for both of these women. Meiko Satomura is still in peak form. Her intensity and flow is unmatched. She is a Joshi god out there. Seriously. The story was how Meiko came in to treat Arai like a rookie and testing her out, twist her up, apply submissions, let her fight out of it, beat her up and allow her to rise to her feet and fight some more. Come on, give it to me. You get the sense that God decided not to kill the warrior, but instead let her fight and grow stronger, for that is the best gift she can give her. It's very Toriyama, very Dragon Ball Z. The point is to make Yuki Arai ask herself a question. Do you really have the heart to be a pro wrestler? And she answered emphatically, yes. And Meiko like, show me. Yuki Arai's faces were glorious as they always are. She told the story of an idol in over her head facing God, who is screaming back at you with every hit like a scary eldritch beast, and she found the confidence in herself, the anger and passion and fire to go, yes, I do have the heart of a pro wrestler, busting out deep lore moves like the two-step kick of Saki Akai. She was glorious. She just needs to not be afraid of hurting people with the finally, because Mako sure doesn't give a damn. Mako made Yuki into Cousin Ed into Yuki reverse into a sharpshooter, and just look how much of a badass Yuki Arai looks right here. She made Mako crawl to the ropes to escape, and this made the final boss angry. She's had enough, how dare you? She murders Yuki Arai and drives her down to death, and then just has this face as she allows Yuki Arai to climb back to her feet one more time. A powerful scream from Yuki as Mako respectively kills her for good. Great performance. Mako is a beast. Yuki Arai is definitely in the future. She did well, showed lots of heart, and her emotions at the end were a wonderful conclusion as she gained the respect of the final boss of Joshi. The final matches are our title matches, and every single one of them hit emotionally. You have the newest international princess champion Suzume, the vivid honey mustard bee girl, who beat Yuki Arai for the title. She is facing her best friend and tag team partner of Daisy Monkey, Arisu Endo, who has watched her bestie win the title when she had her opportunity against Arai before her. Now Endo faces Suzume, not just for the title, but to prove something to herself. But Endo does have better hair, she does. If it survives 30, though.
Just increases my concern for her scalp.
Suzume's performance in this match was one I was waiting to see from her. She told the story all through her face. Suzume, with her bright smile, is the last smile she will give in this match, as she, more than Endo, is conflicted with how far she might have to go to hurt her. These two are partners, so they obviously wrestle knowing each other very well. Their patterns, their quick movements, their strengths, and their weaknesses, countering their moves into more counters, Suzume struggling internally while Endo took every opportunity she could. Arisu Endo moves like she was born to run. She is like wind. I bet when she walks in the room, the wind parts for her to move. She has a commanding presence in the ring, and despite being 4'11", she has understated power in her game. Suzume hitting this plancha at her size is something that she's been attempting to do for a while. It's called growth, and I love to see a spot like this because it only means something to people who notice. I keep mentioning their height, only because it's such an important part of their style. Look how they can just trade off for such ease like this. It was very, very cool. Tokyo Joshi high-speed style with added sick moves, like my favorite move of Endo's here. But again, Suzume's performance stood out the most for me as the second best of the night. Her faces after hitting her big moves told its own story. The inner struggle and doubt. You can sense that she just might be asking if they're going to remain friends after this. It was wonderful work. At a certain point, once the B-girl realized she can win this match, only then do we see a smile. But Arisu's emotions fire up and she locks in the camel clutch that was gifted to her by Reka Saiki. Suzume had to use her chin to reach the ropes, and then this glorious moment of pure synchronicity.
Bandai-san, no! Beautiful counter!
As is the case in wrestling, it's the closest of friends who fight the hardest. Arisu and Suzume fought very hard. Suzume would hit a ring a bell, and Endo would barely kick out. Another attempt and Endo's strength almost gave her a victory, but the B-girl slipped out and landed a springboard ring a bell for the victory. And look at Suzume's face once the realization hits. This was great work from both, but Suzume highly impressed me with her performance. The type of performance that I've been personally waiting for from Suzume, and she delivered. This is the type of relationship storytelling that TJPW can do very, very well. Fantastic job by Suzume, only to be outdone by the very next match by one very special person. Hyper Misao has won the Princess Tag Team titles before, but she had to sacrifice her superhero values and morals to do so with Saki-sama. Now, she has a chance at redemption with her tag team partner and friend, the big Kaiju Shoko Nakajima. They are facing the tag team champions 1-2 million, Miyu Yamashita and Maki Ito, themselves with their own inner conflict and lore. This match was deep lore, people, but I'm not gonna sit here and explain it like I'm about to video right now. If you are genuinely interested, please subscribe and watch my Hyper Misao series, The Chaotic Adventures of Hyper Misao, where I will touch on this match and the big climactic moment it deserves to be. For this recap, I will be talking about Hyper Misao's performance. This was Hyper Misao's career best performance. I cried. It was a powerful performance, powerful stuff in a way that only my favorite TJPW wrestler and one of my favorite wrestlers in general, Hyper Misao, can accomplish. Hyper Misao is the most creative mind in wrestling and a true auteur in pro wrestling, a world where that word doesn't really exist because there are two opponents in the match and it's wrestling, not movies. But Hyper Misao is the director of her own work, and you can tell just how much thought and emotion she puts into her matches. She absolutely took my breath away. The match itself flowed like a normal tag team title match until Misao lost her mask, and at that moment, Misao turned into Meryl Streep and we got the most intense, emotional performance from her. There's a lore reason behind losing the mask that goes beyond the obvious time she shed her mask to be Neo Beastie Gun Dark Misao, but again, wait for the lore episode. Just know, this is appropriate to be happening with Miyu Yamashita, and that it fueled Misao into God mode. When Misao hit the Vanitas, I absolutely lost it. I screamed, Vanitas! Miyu Yamashita is the perfect type of boss woman to bring out these type of performances, and Misao killed it. She slayed it. I was losing it when she had the chicken wing on Yamashita, and this powerful scream, it gave me goosebumps. Ito-chan would attempt to crawl in to save the day, but the big senton from the big kaiju stops her, allowing our rabid superhero of love and peace to release all the loss and heartbreak of the past years, and hits the Hyper Me returns on Miyu Yamashita for the phenomenal, cathartic victory as Hyper Misao and Shoko Nakajima have finally won the Princess Tag Team titles together. It's the most emotional match I've seen all year. Misao completing a grand story, and it was the type of beauty only pro wrestling can provide. Shoko Nakajima hands Misao her mask back, and they cry into each other's arms. This was my favorite match of the show, my favorite performance from Misao, and one of the best performances of this year. Hyper Misao is one of my favorites for a reason. She can provide such emotionally charged performances, and this face hit so hard. Kyuraku Kiyome leave as Princess Tag Team Champions. The emotions don't end here either. The main event is for the Princess of Princess Championship, and it's a one-sided love story of limerence. Rika Tatsumi loves Mizuki. In fact, lots of people do. In fact, TJPW is filled with love tragedies. It is very much a romantic Saturday morning cartoon. I need to make a video on this, I really do. Anyways, Rika Tatsumi loves Mizuki and even wrote her a love letter, but Mizuki doesn't share the same feelings toward her. This title match is their first ever singles match, and it's because Rika Tatsumi would only fight Mizuki in a singles match if it was for the championship. Rika Tatsumi's strategies always involve the legs, and it never fails to work on someone who needs to rely on their speed and small size like Mizuki, whose stomp-based offense was nerfed from the leg damage of Tatsumi, a surgeon of the leg. This is someone who loves Mizuki more than anyone in the world. This face right here. This is Rika Tatsumi, who is a psychopath. She is. Look at her willing to run over a demon to kill him. She's perfectly fine with making sure Mizuki can never walk again, just like in Misery. That way, Mizuki can never leave Rika's grasp. She'll be Rika's forever. Rika is the type of... Rika is that person in high school who loved the popular viral TikTok girl, but that popular girl never cared for her and thought she was weird Ali Sheedy type girl, you know? Yet Rika still loved her. Even after 8 years. That is textbook limerence. The match complemented their styles very well. Again, with Rika's focus on the legs, Rika especially hard on the knee. Love does that to you people. Years of frustration, she was trying to kill it. You gotta fucking kill it. And Mizuki's style involving using every single bit of her weight and logically finding ways to deliver damage. She's a student of Emi Sakura after all, which means she's a goblin. And it's Mizuki, so she's especially a mean goblin who's just super aggressive. And then Mizuki trying to go viral again with this amazing gravity-defying body press. And then the frustration of the personal relationships finally culminated in Rika using all the years of denial into a powerful fuck you slap.
Outright slap.
Emotional damage.
Mizuki's face after.
Fuck.
Mizuki's face was beautiful here, like she finally understands Rika. So what do? You fucking kill each other, you're gonna fucking kill each other!
Oh shit, that's so hard.
And despite the violence, still, they hold hands. The only way Rika Tatsumi could ever do so with Mizuki. In battle, the ending stretch involved back and forth signature strikes, dragon sleepers and twist of fates alike, and the final flying ass strike was foiled by Mizuki with the superplex into a M Bison foot stomp, into one giant Mario stomp, into a cutie, and a beautiful counter into a violent dragon sleeper, the white dragon of one last desperate attempt, but this tricksy little rabbit goblins her way out and hits the snap cutie special into the crossface. Rika tries to escape, but Mizuki rolls backwards and latches on the Cobra Clutch crossface and is almost clutching the head of Rika like she's giving her a final hug. The only hug Rika Tatsumi will ever receive from the woman she loves, and she has to tap out from underneath it. Oh, you can just feel that heartbreak. Ooh. The broken spirit of the White Dragon is sad to see. This was a great title match though, with a very interesting personal story that you don't see often or even at all. But then we get an interesting reveal. Mizuki doesn't see herself as the same person that Rika Tatsumi does, meaning Mizuki can't handle Rika Tatsumi's love because she doesn't see herself as that person. And even though she doesn't accept it, she does finally understand Rika a bit more and likes her more than she used to. With that, she allows for an embrace. So they do. And Rika cries into her arms. This is TJPW at its core. Emotional main event matches centered around personal relationships, and they certainly delivered. The show ends with Mizuki and Rika leaving as equals, and they stand with the rest of the cast for the final curtain call. Grand Princess delivered. The final 3 matches were highly emotional personal stories, and that's exactly why I love TJPW so much. I don't have much else to add other than I give this show a 9.5 out of 10. And we must all bid Sayori Namba a thank you and a goodbye. Except me, I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. La 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 la.
I love you. Do you love me? 우리가 만난 건 destiny.
Thank you, they all my Grand Princess Patreon sponsors. We have Jeff Tees, Renee Valdez, Asia Trace, Madison Stein, Matthew Pelachushka, Terrence Danworth, Kev Mullen, Adam K, Ray Konashika, Juggernaut Graphics, Aaron Securius, I Want Victims, JLA, Julia's Sunglasses, Paul Don, Pickle Simon, Scott Basic, Cover D, Lil, Choo, Tony Davis, Dogger Snake, Aldo, Luciano Weddle, Wall, Cuz 99, Geek and Know His Dad, Jaina Bullock, Joe Pro, and Bibbidi, Bobbidi, whatever. Thank you so much.